Hello everyone and welcome to a new tutorial. Today we are gonna go over the basic of Python once again. But today we are gonna focus on if statements. Well, if is you use in the programming language Python when you want to check if something has, for example, a value of a specific value. Like if variable that we went over variables in our latest video, but if variable 2 would have a value of 15, then we would print it out. We will go over the basics of this today, and you will probably understand a bit. But from a start, let's go over variables a quick again. Variables work when you type in text, or anything, a name, or a number, or anything, and you make that equal to, and you give it a worth. Today, we will make it 20. Now, as you see, 2 is now equal to 20, which we learned in the latest video how this works. And you could, if you just want to print it out, you can just type print 2. And this will, when we run it in our console, give us 20. But today, we're not going to focus on that particularly. We're going to focus on if. Now, if statement, like I said, checks if something is what you tell it to be. If the example is 2 is 20, we can make it print 2 or then 20. But if it isn't 20, then we won't print it. We can do that by typing if. Just the word if. Then the variable's name, 2. 2 equal signs, that's extremely important. An if variable, an if statement, won't work if you don't have 2 equal signs. 20. Then we want to print 2 is 20. Now we'll go over another very specific part. Now, if we head into our console and we hit clear history and run, it will print 2 is 20. But if you change 2 to 21 and then try to run the code, it won't print anything because 2 is not 20. But to check if that will give us an answer even though it's not 20, you can use the command else. Else is used to check, is run when the if variable or if statement is not true. When the if statement does not match what you want it to check for. And in else you do exactly as you would do in the if statement. You can type print in and 2 is not 20. This will now, when 2 is equal to 21, when we clear out the history and run it, give us the text 2 is not 20. This means our code is working. And we have created a simple if statement. With if, you can also check if something is true and false. And true and false are a thing we haven't gone through yet. And it's pretty simple. True shows us if something is true. False shows if something is false. You can use this on variables like 2 is equal to true. Now the computer will know that 2 is true. And to check this with an if statement, you can type if 2 and nothing more, just the 2 dots and then down. Print 2. If we run this in the console now, it will print 2. But if we change this one, false, and then run it, it won't print anything. And just as we did it before, you can type an else statement and do something in here, like print not 2, which will just give us the same as before. It will just type not 2. So an if statement works by checking if what the value that or the command that you have put in is true, if it's corrected with what the variable has for a kind of worth, what its value is. If it's not, you can use an else statement to check to do something else. If this if statement does not meet up to what you have said it to meet up to. Well, one last thing I want to go over today is elif. Well, elif is a bit equal to else, but it has another meaning. If we type another variable, we can name this one name, and we hit equal that. Now name is put in here, and then we can type. We're not gonna go over input today, it's another part of this, but we're gonna type it's equal to true. True. Now as you can see, the name is equal to true. Or to be honest, we can do this, we can run it as 21. Change it to. Then we type on if I look at if name is double equal to 21. You can print you're 21 years old. But if we type elif, we don't actually make an else what runs if something is not true. Instead, we make a part that shows us what it also is going to do. Print hello. Example. This should then print us hello. So let's see if this what happens here if we change this to 20. And don't forget, you need to also give this one if name. This is the change. You need to actually give this one its variable, then equal to 20. This will not just now check if the if not. It will give the if statement two separate parts. Sorry if I made it a bit confusing right there, but we then head into console and we type. We then clear out the history and run. You can see it types hello, which was what we made it print if the elif is the one of the true. But if we change this to 21 and then clear out the history and run, it will say you are 21 years old. Well, congrats, you have now learned the basic of if statements, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day.